guys. I don't know why this other monitor isn't working right now, but apparently I've been on for a second. That's kind of funny. I wonder why that's happening. It's something new every week, I swear. Why is this not working? I will fix it in a minute. Anyway, welcome to Any Last Words. I am your host, Joe. And tonight we have a guest, because I know the past couple of weeks, or past couple of episodes, it's just been me. So tonight we have Bo Cooper of Hops and Horrors. They do a horror movie review and craft beer show every Wednesday night, and we'll get into that in just a second. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Sick Ink Clothing. There's a link in the description for sickinks.net. Also, I want to say it was last episode or episode before last, was talking about new Halloween candies that are coming out for this year. And then I went to the store and I actually started seeing all the candies. And don't judge my life. This bag is not empty because I ate them all. It is empty because I opened it and ate a couple of them. The rest are on the table, I swear. And then I have these three. That's it, I promise. And they're not very good, by the way. So there's that. Anyway, another thing, it's Music Monday, so I have a music video tonight by Conan, Neutron, and The Secret Friends. It was actually directed by a past guest, Ron Purtee. So we will see that in a little bit. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and bring on our guest. We have Bo Cooper. How you doing tonight, Bo?
Hey, what's up, Joe? Thanks for having me. I'm doing excellent on this Monster Monday. How are you?
I am great, trying to stay cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty jealous. I'm pretty jealous of the candy you just shown because I've seen images so far on social media, and I didn't realize how quickly those were being released. So you snagged some. Huh?
Yes, they had these, and then the Kit Kat Witch's Fingers. So they're like a white chocolate, it's kind of green, and then a new one that I didn't see advertised online. It's another Reese's one. It's called like Spooky Messages or something. They're shaped like the eggs, but it just says something underneath on the wrapper. They're not exciting.
Any Halloween candy, gets me excited.
Right? It is. It's almost like Christmas.
I know, exactly. Anything Halloween around right about now, especially with what's going on in the world, will get me excited.
I know. I've been thinking about that lately because I love making sure that there's always candy for the trick-or-treaters and like good candy for the trick-or-treaters. And all month long, who knows what's going to happen?
It's crazy. I mean, you think about trick-or-treating, that's something that probably parents are not going to want to have their kids go to a random house and touch other people's property, which is kind of crazy in my opinion, but I can understand where folks are coming from now with everything going on. So hopefully trick-or-treating does not go out the window for 2020.
I know. I mean, I'll set out a bucket with like some hand sanitizer or something like, so everybody be good.
If you passed out hand sanitizer, you'd be the queen of the block,
Exactly. Sometimes that shit's hard to come by. Not that I use it all the time because I wash my hands enough, but.
No, right, for sure.
Sir, so let's talk about your show for a second. You have a show. I didn't see a link for it for YouTube. I know you have some on Instagram called Hops and Horrors.
Yeah, basically, I haven't started a YouTube channel yet. I need to get on that. We're just doing it for fun. I mean, honestly, me and my buddy, my best friend, Rob Novelli, he's one of the biggest horror collectors around. He has so many awesome, amazing figures and DVDs, and one of his specialties, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, I'll turn it around right here. He's a big pumpkin carver, fake pumpkin carvers. They're foam, right? And I met him actually like 4 years ago in the neighborhood. He was drinking beers in his garage, and he had like one of the coolest displays ever. And me and him are both into really, good craft beers. So I said, hey, we need to be friends. And I was wearing like a Halloween 3 shirt, and he complimented it. But just to give you an idea of some of his pumpkin carving, like that's the Wolfman right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
He has an Instagram account and I have an Instagram account, obviously, just our personal ones. And I thought to myself, hey, what if we did, just a weekly horror movie review and talk about some of our favorite horror movies and some of our favorite beers we like to drink. And he said, sure, let's do it. So we've gotten a really good response. We just hit 1,000 followers, which isn't too crazy. But, our goal is to continuously grow each month. And we have a lot of people digging it. We've been blessed to have a lot of famous horror celebrities give us some cool shout outs. Some of my friends, because I work in the industry a little bit, and I've, had an opportunity to mingle with some of these horror, icons, I should say, legends. And they've done some pretty awesome, shout outs for Hops and Horror. And we're just going to keep on having fun with it until the wheels fall off. So.
Have you guys thought about maybe coming out with your own Hops and Horror craft beer, maybe?
That's not a bad idea. We definitely are. We haven't thought about coming out with a Hops and Horror beer, but we've talked about doing some spooky beers. But yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Our first little thing we've come to is just having our little koozies made. So
koozies are cool.
Yeah, after the show, I want you to send me your address to mail this to, and you're going to get one.
Yay! I love koozies.
Yeah, you're getting paid to have me on in koozie money.
Yeah, I'll take it.
But yeah, that'd be awesome. A Hops and Horror beer. I mean, that'd be killer.
Hell yeah! And then you could maybe do a horror theme name and flavor combination for each one or something like that.
Yeah, call it Ratchet Rob's something beer. I don't know. I'm just giving him a hard time. But no, that's definitely something. And if we do so, we'll definitely give you a shout out for giving us the idea.
Oh, cool. Thanks. You said a couple things before we went on, and a couple things when we came on that's not really Hops and Horrors. So you've done some industry work and you've done some wrestling work.
Yeah. To give you a little brief history of myself, I was always a fan of horror movies growing up, and two things I loved since I was a kid. I'm 40 years old now, but ever since the farthest memory I can have, I loved watching pro wrestling, and I loved watching horror movies, probably at an age that I shouldn't have been watching horror movies, but I was a rebellious kid, so I was like, I'm going to watch horror movies. My mom was cool with pro wrestling. She wasn't that great of me, renting renting VHS tapes, I should say, watching them before I turned an 18 adult. But yeah, I love the two. And I followed my dream at a very young age. I started training at a wrestling school out here in Southern California when I was 16. It took me about a year to become a professional wrestler, and I never stopped since. I had, many tours. I've traveled across the nation, trying to make a lot of money off pro wrestling, which never really happened. But the best thing I can compare it to is, there's millions of great bands out there that get to work with millions of famous bands, but they just never get those contracts signed. That's kind of like me. I got to work with a lot of famous wrestlers, travel, have fun with it. I have a lot of great memories. I never made the career that I wanted to. But, it's finding a needle in a haystack, like they say. There's a million bands out there that never get signed. I'm kind of like one of those bands. But my life has become pretty awesome because now that I'm slowing down off pro wrestling, I've taken a career in being in the horror industry with my full-time job, which is TrickOrTreatStudios. I'm a sales rep for TrickOrTreatStudios. So I get to live, partially my dream with pro wrestling that I've done. And now I'm, living the dream of always talking about awesome props that we carry and Michael Myers masks that we carry and everything day to day, that we carry with customers. So it's pretty cool.
That is awesome. That is so cool. And when you showed it to me earlier, the little vacuum suck one, it kind of reminded me of how our Halloween masks used to look when we were kids.
Oh yeah, the Ben Coopers and all that.
Where you get them in the box and they're like, they had the little tiny nostril holes in there.
Yeah, it's funny. People, that's one of the things I always say. People are bitching about wearing a little cloth mask, but hell, when we were growing up, at least when I remember for Halloween, we had these crazy plastic vacuum forms just stuck to our face, couldn't see, couldn't breathe, and it's just
sweaty and hot.
Yeah, dude. But
getting high off the plastic fumes all night long.
Yeah, totally. Trying to eat candy through your mask, and you even have your mask on because you're so in a chocolate coma.
Cram it.
Right, exactly.
Oh man. So
this is bomb.
Do you have any favorite? What's your favorite beer?
Beer style or my actual favorite beer ever?
Both.
Well, I'm a hazy IPA guy. I love like a good bitter New England style. The hazier, the better. The kind of beer that you really, really, when you take a sip, you just know that it's just something special. I love IPAs, you know, but there's a lot of IPAs out there that are malty, and that's not one of my things. Kind of like the high, but so in the beer world, there's the high volume IPAs, which the higher the alcohol content, the more maltier they get, and that's not my thing. So I like more bitterness, clean. So anything that's
so you like skunky?
No, not really skunky. More bitterness. So like,
Okay.
it's hard to explain unless you're an IPA, you know, craft person like myself. But yeah, if I had to choose one beer, I'd be a hazy IPA. My favorite beer I've ever had. That's a tough one because I've had a lot of good ones. My buddy Rob has like a fridge just filled to the brim. Fundamental Observation is a good one from Bottle Logic. That's probably one of my top 5 beers I've ever had in my life. What about you? You said you're not really drinking as much, or you stopped, or
well, sometimes there's consequences with being a bartender, and I didn't handle those very well. So taking a break for a while, you know what I'm saying?
I also did security for 20 years. So I mean, on my part-time, you know, not when I wasn't wrestling, I did, you know, bar securities, club security. So I've seen the wild nightlife, you know, trust me, I know how it is. And the bartenders, it's tough, you know, because you're around the nightlife trying to make that living, and then, you know, you got the booze at your fingertips, so it definitely can get out of control.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm just taking a break.
Right now I'm drinking what is this, Rob? Let's see if we can show that. I don't know if you can see that. It's a cordial cherry classic. Ooh. Good taste.
It's a cherry stout.
Looks like a Christmas beer.
Yeah. No,
it does.
Parish Brewing, if you're out there.
Chocolate cherry stout.
Yeah, chocolate cherry stout. So cheers to
I've been to a couple of thank you. Cheers to you too. I have my Dr. Pepper. I've been to a few craft beer festivals here in town, and I do like craft beer, but way better than I like Coors and Miller and all that other stuff. It's craft beer has it's different flavors. That's what I don't like I just don't like plain beer. I don't.
Well, it's like, you know, no offense, because I think when we gradually become craft beer drinkers, you know. I mean, I used to think I was so cool drinking a 12-pack of Coors Light or Bud Light, you know, on a Friday night with my buddies. But once you become, you know, a little bit older and you appreciate finer things in life, you start to enjoy craft beer more. So did you say you went to a craft beer festival in Bakersfield?
Yeah, I've been to a couple of them here.
That was recent, right?
Like
maybe 6 months ago?
No, we didn't have one a couple months back.
Okay, yeah, because my buddy, he's a bartender. Well, yeah, I should say server, and maybe it was last year at some point. I don't know, but he said he went to one in Bakersfield, so I don't remember.
Usually we have like 2 a year. We have Village of the Brews, and then we have the Bakersfield Craft Beer Festival.
That's awesome.
Which I like because it's a lot of Southern California brewing companies like Belching Beaver. I want to say Belching Beavers in Santa Barbara, I think.
Yep.
Santa Barbara or San Diego. I love their beers. Diego. They got really, really good beers. Oh,
yeah, they have some good peanut butter stouts and stuff like that.
Yes, their peanut butter and jelly stout. Yeah, that blew my mind. I was like, this tastes exactly like peanut butter and jelly.
Well, if you like that, there's some really good ones out there that'll just make you feel like you're eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right out of the bag. You know, I mean, I just have it. Yeah, they're good stuff. That, you know, it's funny because like I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't smoke weed, I don't take pills, I've never been into really drugs or anything, but it's just for some reason I've always loved, you know, beer, and it's just that's why I'm heavy set though, because I drink a lot of beer, you know, and it definitely isn't the best thing for you, but I feel that if you're gonna have a vice, you know, a couple cold ones, you know, work after hard work doesn't do anyone harm, you know.
Right, it's just to unwind, relax.
Right.
That's right, kids.
Don't drive and drink, kids, you know.
Because jail sucks.
That I wouldn't know about. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to look this way. Oh, look, candy. No.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
So what's been your favorite episode that you've done so far on the show?
Of Hops and Horror?
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite one yet?
I mean, we've done some pretty fun ones. I don't know if you've watched them. I like the Exorcist one a lot. That definitely was a fun one to review because we're trying to, you know, me and Rob, we're two really good guys, and we're trying to just have fun with it because, you know, if you're not having fun with what you're doing, then you're just doing it for nothing, And we try to incorporate a little bit of comedy recently. And we're doing little funny skits. So far I think we only have like 7 episodes, maybe 8. But my favorite one so far is the last one we've done, because we really did a long little skit with the Good Guy doll. We reviewed Child's Play, and one of my good friends, Charles Robinson, he's a WWE referee. He's a legend referee. I mean, he's done it all in the business. He gave us a really awesome shout out. But we did it for him because his name is Charles, and we reviewed Chucky. So the last one on our page, the last review, which was last Wednesday, is probably my favorite so far.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I had to drop the 2, I would say The Exorcist and then the Child's Play review. But we also Sleepaway Camp, and my friend Felissa Rose, who played Angela in Sleepaway Camp, she did a great shout out for us. She's a sweetheart, and I love her, and she's awesome. And the fact that these celebrities are taking time out to just give us little shout outs is pretty cool. Leslie Vernon, Nathan Basil, who did Leslie Rise, the mask of I can't even say it. Behind the Mask. Sorry, I got tongue twisted there. Leslie Vernon. That the fact that he even took time out to say, hey, what's up? You're watching Hobbs and Horror meant a lot to us. So that's a good episode too, and we got a lot of views on that one. So
that's cool. That's really cool. It's nice to see that a lot of these people who come on who've been in things that we've seen growing up or even just recently, and how nice they can actually be. Like, I don't know.
Totally.
I'm always intimidated to meet people. Like, even you, I'm kind of like a little like, stranger danger. But I'll get over it. But,
yeah, I think you could have a good sense. You sound like a smart girl. I think you could tell who's weirdos and who's not, But as long as, you just keep mace in your purse, and, anyone comes next to you wrong, you punch them right in the face and mace them,
Is that what that's for? I thought that was for tacos.
Tacos. Yeah, right.
No wonder my face burned when I was eating it.
Yeah, I love my tacos spicy.
Right?
Right.
Oh man.
So
That's really cool.
What's your favorite horror movie of all time?
Nightmare on Elm Street, and then I'd have to say Trilogy of Terror.
It's funny. 2 things real quick. So I'll tell you. So if you're not, I know I talked to you briefly, before we were live. TrickOrTreatStudios, the company I work for, and I'm not just trying to, continuously brag about them, but they are an amazing company because.
No, I want you to. This is your time to do it.
Well, what I was going to say was our Nightmare on Elm Street replica gloves that we just released. They're pretty amazing. I mean, you got a choice 1 through 4.
Is that your company that does those?
Well, there's a lot of. See, I don't want to say in your mind of what you're thinking that's us, because there is a lot of artists out there. Well, there's a lot of artists out there that are making gloves, and they're fantastic. But we are the ones that are actually licensed. We have the rights to Nightmare on Elm Street, so we have taken the time out to put forth detail. Take the time to. I mean, because you're getting replica gloves, which can cost you on an independent level anywhere from $400 to $800. You're getting them for $200. They're metal, they're heavy duty. They come in an amazing collector's box with the graphics of Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 4, whichever one you choose. But we also have the masks, Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy masks, and they're absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link so you can check them out, because if Nightmare on Elm Street, is one of your favorites. Yeah. I'll definitely send you a link. You can check it out. It's funny also with the Trilogy of Terror. It was so funny, and me and Rob just completely spaced on this when we were doing our review for Child's Play. Rob said, "Hey, is that the first killer doll?" And I said, "Well, we both agreed. Taki Tina was from Twilight Zone, which was the first scary doll to ever be on TV." But then we totally forgot about the Zuni doll, which was the Trilogy of Terror. And my buddy Darren
his name.
Yeah, my buddy Darren Roberts had to call me out on the comments, like, dude, you totally forgot about Zuni doll, which was the first slasher doll ever, because I thought the only other movie that was out there was Dolls, the movie Dolls, which was 1985, I think. But yeah, the Trilogy. So do you remember seeing that on TV and just getting scared shitless or what? Oh shit! Robert Cuss.
You can do what the fuck you want. You're grown.
Watch your fucking mouth, girl. No.
Sir, can't work under these fucking conditions.
Yeah, right.
It's called being bougie. It's called tasting, and it's classy.
Exactly.
But no, I was kind of like you. Like, well, I watched them at a really young age, and it wasn't that we weren't really allowed to watch it. It was just it was on, and nobody told us no. So,
well, it was on public national TV. I mean,
oh,
right?
I don't.
Didn't it showed on TV? I mean, I think that's when they like aired it. It was like a show. Wasn't it a TV special?
Trilogy of Terror, I thought was the movie.
I think you're right.
Am I completely wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was on TV, but I
thought it was a movie.
I will tell you a fun fact. I have a friend. His name's. I'm dropping a lot of names here. Sean Clark. He works for convention. He's the owner of Convention All Stars. He represents a lot of famous people, but he has one of the most impressive production used, props collection. He has a lot of cool stuff. I mean, he has the clown from Poltergeist. He has a lot of awesome. Yeah, he has a lot of awesome made stuff. But he told me a fun fact. He doesn't own it, but he said to me that Zuni doll was the #1 highest paid screen used horror prop ever. Someone bought it.
Really?
I don't know the price. I don't want to misquote the price, but I got told that was like in auction the highest horror prop that there ever was sold was the Zuni doll.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That thing was crazy looking, and it acted like yeah. It's like under the door trying to get her and shit.
So funny. It's funny, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I recently, probably within the last year, sat down and watched that movie because I never even watched it, and I was like, that's pretty violent for that time. The little Zuni was trying to kill that chick under the door and everything, and it definitely was before its time when it comes to aggressiveness.
Oh yeah, because that was like late 70s, wasn't it? Was it 77 or 79 or something like that?
Absolutely.
I think. Oh, we got a couple of comments. Actually, we had a lot of comments. We've just been talking, but that's okay.
I can't see him though. Can I see him?
Oh, it's okay. You should be able to see him. I think if you click on comments, you should be able to see it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, we got a lot. I've already seen that before.
I guess we were kind of. Yeah, you can still see you.
Okay, because I'm just reading them. Hey guys.
I guess we were kind of both right. I guess it says Trilogy of Terror was a TV movie.
Right. Okay. See, I knew it had to do. Yes, I saw that. Ron Purtee, thank you for clearing that up for us.
Yes.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to the amazing Bo and Joe show.
Dun, da, da, da.
Dun, dun, dun. You like my little friend behind me? This little fellow right here.
He's kind of thin. You should feed him.
Yeah, I know.
Just get a burger, buddy.
You're the one that has all that cool Halloween candy he's fiending for.
I know, right? It's honestly not that good because it's half green and it's half white chocolate and half milk chocolate. So it kind of cancels out more of the chocolate taste. Oh snap!
So
what
this
is
little
that?
I mean, what's funny is my buddy Rob owns it. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
This is an old. I had to do some research because we use this sometimes in our Hops and Horror. Why is it not? Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go. We do this in our Hops and Horror, just for background ambience and stuff like that. This is an old Don Post mask, but it was actually converted into the way it looks now because the eyeballs weren't in there. And Rob's uncle,
my stepdad.
His stepdad gave it to him because his stepdad was. What did he do? You can tell a story.
He does the same thing I do. He does lighting for movies and music videos and all that kind of stuff. And so he got this mask off of something called, I think it was The Stranger or The Boogeyman. So they altered a Don Post mask as, they altered this mask to be in the movie or whatever, and he gave it to me before he passed away.
So it's a movie prop.
It's a movie prop. Yeah.
Screen use. See, you never know. You got screen use stuff lying all around.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, because if you get tired of looking at it in your house, you can throw it out on your lawn for Halloween.
Definitely. How's Bakersfield on Halloween nights previous? I mean, is there a lot of people in the neighborhoods that actually take pride, or are they just like, we don't care two shits?
It depends on where you go. There's about maybe 6 blocks from me. There's an area they do a bunch of haunted houses and stuff because more kids live in that area. And then the rich assholes that can afford to have people come out and put their stuff up for them. Mm-hmm. They do that, but other than that, it's not really anything. Everybody goes to the bars.
Oh yeah, is it still downtown Pasadena? I mean, downtown Pasadena, downtown Bakersfield? I'm so used to
Yeah.
going to downtown. I'm so used to staying downtown Pasadena because that's where Monsterpalooza is. We always have fun after Monsterpalooza in downtown Pasadena. Have you ever been to Monsterpalooza yet?
No, I've heard of it though. I've heard it's pretty cool.
You got to go once the world opens back up.
I know. I'm waiting so long.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun time. If if you've never been, you definitely need to make it down there. I mean, it's one of the biggest horror conventions there is.
Yeah, I definitely want to go there. There's a bunch I want to go to, and there's a bunch I'm lined up to go to, but everything's just kind of, well, we'll see what happens when it's closer to the date. We may have to like push back to next year, and it's like,
yeah, the only convention I know that's even close to being like towards us is Vegas Days of the Dead, and they have a nice lineup this year, but who knows if they're going to still do it. I mean, they say they are, but I can't imagine it happening. It's in October. I hope that it goes through, but Vegas, I guess, is open now, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, Vegas is open. I mean, there's because I just came not that long ago. There's, I mean, they shut down a lot of tables, so you're not really not a lot of people are gambling as much. Not a lot of restaurants open. There's some open, but not a lot, and just kind of slow for Vegas.
My pops lives out there. I went to Days of the Dead last year. It was okay. It was fun. I got to see some people, but I'm not going to risk, going into a place where there's 1,000 people yet. I'll give it a couple more months and see how we do.
Yeah.
Maybe till the middle of next year. We'll see.
Okay. Hopefully, shit. Did you have a booth at Days of the Dead last year? Because I went to Days of the Dead last year in Vegas.
Yeah, we had Matt Montalto. He runs our booth for us out there. I was there at the booth. I didn't work it. I was just hanging out with the wife and seeing my little brother who lives out there. But yeah, we had a Trick or Treat booth set up.
Okay, I'm trying to think because
you were there last year?
I had a table last year there.
Oh, you did?
Trying to think what.
Okay.
Not for this show. For the other show that I do.
What is it?
We're out there for that. Girls Scoring Gin.
Oh, okay.
I do that one. Yeah. We were out there for that, and I'm trying to. Sometimes conventions can be a blur.
No, I hear you. Did you go to the tattoo show?
Oh, I saw the booth that they had set out there where he was doing the tattoos, and they were doing like a raffle or something like that. I think something like that.
They did a tattoo contest and stuff, so I just didn't know if you went to that one. That was like 5 o'clock on the Saturday or something over there.
I walked past it a couple of times, but I didn't really get to stay and watch. I was walking around talking to people, and
yeah, you get lost in England, so I get it. I'll send you pictures, and I'll send you pictures of the booth that we were at, and I'll show you. Okay,
cool. For sure. Real quick, since we're kind of like around the middle-ish, I guess, of this, I'm going to show a video real quick because it is my Music Monday. And
cool. Punk rock? What is it? What do we got?
I guess it's like punk rock. Kind of sounds like punk rock. Actually, one of our past guests and one of our viewers tonight, Ron Purtee, actually directed this video. And it is by Conan. What is it? Conan, Neutron and the Secret Friends. It sounds like a book.
Okay.
Like a kid's book. But their video is called Paved Age. I don't know why I can't talk. Paved Age. And yeah, so we're gonna watch this video real quick, and then we're gonna come right back. So y'all hang tight.
Cool.
Ron, you said that was gonna be super happy at the end. I knew that was being sarcastic.
What's that?
So that was Conan, Neutron, and the Secret Friends. I was reading the comments as the video was going, and Ron put also the video and super happy, and I was like, why does that seem like that might be sarcastic? And I was
So
like, ew,
my buddy Rob wants to know. That was actually a cool little gem, though. I was actually digging that. Did you like that? Rob's super
Yeah.
hardcore punk rock. He's like, if it's not from 1980 and it's not from England, fuck that band. No, but what's some of your what are some of your favorite bands? Like, give me your top 3 of all time.
Ooh, shit. Stone Temple Pilots. Yeah, Stone Temple Pilots, Pantera.
So you're a metal.
I like a lot of different kind of music, but I do like a lot of metal.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you a fan of Ghost? Have you heard of them?
I've heard of them. I've heard a couple of their songs.
Well, there's 2 things I'm going to show
okay.
you. I'm going to show you TrickOrTreatStudios, and I'm going to show you Ghost. I'm going to send you some cool videos and some cool links.
Okay, cool. And if you guys are interested also, sorry.
No, go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say, if you guys are interested also, there are links in the description above or below. I don't fucking know where they are, but they're there. For Hops and Horrors and TrickOrTreatStudios. Also for the videos we have, the sponsors, everything. So everything we talk about, it's in the comments somewhere or in the description. Awesome. So you guys can go check that shit out.
Yeah, make sure you guys make sure you guys like and follow Hops and Horror and TrickOrTreatStudios and Last Word Podcast.
Yeesh. But I'm sorry, you were gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I like punk rock music probably as my favorite genre of music. I was never really a hardcore metal guy, but in the last 4 years, the band Ghost really changed my perspective when it comes to listening to metal. And they're very hardcore satanic, but their music is pretty awesome, and some of it's actually pretty, beautiful. I guess you can say that word. Melodic, yeah. But it's definitely a really cool band, and the way that they, have the whole gimmick with the mask and the makeup, the stage presence is phenomenal. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't gone to that or seen that when they were in town, because I think you would dig it. It's really awesome. I took my wife and she was like, I don't want to go to this, and she ended up loving the whole concert. I've seen them twice now with her. So
that's cool. So would you say that Ghost is your favorite band or your favorite band for right now?
If I had to choose, I mean my favorite band ever would be Social Distortion.
Okay.
I'm a huge Social Distortion guy. I love old school, like Dead Kennedys. Fear is a huge favorite band of mine. I love Fear. Misfits is probably my top, 3.
Yeah.
I love. What an amazing time I had I've seen Misfits together with Danzig only once. Just Jerry only. We went to Disneyland with him and his family with TrickOrTreatStudios. My boss is really close with him, and it was an honor and a pleasure just to sit there and talk to him, about music while we went to Disneyland, which is one of the best, punk rock singers of all time. And then the next day he had a show out here in LA, and he got me tickets, and it was pretty awesome to see him and Danzig, perform live, which was amazing. So Misfits, I would say, is probably right there, secondary with Social Distortion for me.
Okay. I'm kind of I like Social Distortion. I wouldn't say they're like one of my tops up there, but they're all right. I do like punk music though.
Yeah, to each their own. I mean, Mike Ness is, he's kind of switched it up now. He's more country, his old age, but
really,
he does a lot of I don't know if it's country. What is it? It's more.
Yeah, he went off solo.
Folk, I guess.
Mike Ness. Yeah. Solitaire with Myself.
I mean, he does more depressing country music now, but I don't know.
Oh,
His old Social Distortion, old school stuff is my favorite. I mean, I grew up on it, so it told a story going through high school and stuff like that for me.
Okay. Cool. What's your favorite scary movie? Since we're asking about favorites.
What's your favorite scary movie? If I had to choose one, it'd be Halloween 1978. But it's hard to choose between Halloweens because I on the back of my head, I have tattooed Halloween 3 masks. So I
Do you really?
Yeah, I love a good Halloween 3. I don't know if you can see it here. I'll try to show you. I don't know.
Can we hold the camera?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of dark in here. I don't know. And plus, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Skull Witch. I don't know if you can see it. That's actually that's a piece by Cavity Colors that I just loved it and fell in love with it. I said, hey man, is it cool to get this tattooed on my dome? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. So I was like, cool. But all like Halloween 3, Halloween 1, and Halloween 4, I have a tremendous amount of love for all those because I actually grew up watching Halloween 4 because that was like my era. And then like Halloween 1, when I, actually was an adult, I watched it and I said, this is absolutely amazing piece of, cinema. And then Halloween 3, a lot of people shit on it and hate it, but it's one of those things where if you sit down and watch that movie and you really get in the nostalgic feeling and you love Halloween as much as I do, that's probably like one of the best Halloween vibe movies of all time. So that's why I'm like really into it.
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat is up there. I would say Trick or Treat's probably my second favorite horror movie ever.
Okay.
Texas Chainsaw, but see, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, I love that more than.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. I would say that is in my top. That is the third in my top 3 right there. It'd have to be Trilogy of Terror. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
I love
awesome
Leatherface.
A lot of people don't like, they say it's a. I mean, people love it, but they also say like, how can you compare 1 to 2? And I just feel 2 is just
easy.
In my opinion, yeah. I mean, I love 2. It's great.
At least it wasn't Next Generation, because I'm sorry, that one I laughed. I mean, Matthew McConaughey I thought was an amazing psycho in that movie, and I think I'd like to see him like do some more of those.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was kind of cheap, like silly.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey can definitely play a good weirdo psycho killer, if he wanted to, but the acting in Generation was just not up to par.
It was, yeah, they were good actors. It just, for some reason, it just didn't feel like it meshed right. It was just like, okay.
Right, exactly.
Just gonna giggle at this.
Speaking of Matthew McConaughey, my buddy Rob here showed me a movie that he bragged about for the last couple months, and he's like, I can't believe you haven't seen this movie. And I was like, I've never even heard of it, called Frailty. Have you seen that?
Oh, that's an older movie, isn't it?
It's probably like 94, maybe.
Yeah,
around the 90s.
Isn't Bruce Willis in it? Is it Bruce Willis?
No, it's Bill Paxton. Matthew McConaughey. I was very entertained. I watched it last night for the first time, and it's definitely a fan favorite now in my library of because I bought it and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Okay, have you seen the new that new Kevin Bacon movie? You Should Have Left.
Yeah. What's it called?
You Should Have Left.
Yeah, my buddy says it's not that good. I haven't watched it yet. Did you think it was good?
I didn't care. I mean, it seemed like there was a lot of build up, and the entire time I was watching it, it was like, all right, something's gonna happen. It was a cool story, but I didn't feel like it, provided a lot of the scares I was hoping for.
Exactly. I would say exactly 100%.
They rush movies now. I'll tell you a good one though that I just watched the other night, and it's getting a lot of buzz on social media. And at first, I don't know. Shudder is pretty awesome when it comes to their streak of making good originals. But if you, let me tell you, I mean, if a 380-pound tattooed white boy that definitely has been through some shit in life gets scared from a movie, that's something that I appreciate. And this new movie called Host scared me a little bit. I was like, oh shit, because I mean, if you turn the lights off and you watch this, and it's on Shudder right now, and people are raving about it. It's very, very paranormal activity, oriented.
Okay.
But it's aggressive and it's very fast. It's only I think it's only an hour long, to be honest. But it's
I'm writing this down.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes is the most annoying thing I've ever seen, and I was about to turn it off, but I said, shit, I'm this far in, and I heard so many good things about it. I just pulled through that 15 minutes of it, and from there on out, it's great.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'm still, man, it feels like there's so many these Roku channels and all this other stuff, and then Amazon, Hulu, Netflix, they're like all like bombarding shit with horror movies and new stuff, and it's just like I feel so overwhelmed right now.
Right. There's
so much shit.
Yeah, but I would say, I mean, honestly, I would say Shudder's the best one if you're gonna stick to. I mean, if you're gonna pay for something per month, Shudder would definitely be for horror movies. I mean, they've had a good record of producing good stuff, and that last one, Host, is pretty phenomenal. I would definitely suggest watching it alone in the dark.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah,
it's kind of like this, like it's kind of like me and you right now, like literally, and then we have a couple friends. No, I'm serious. Like the movie is oriented about a Zoom meeting, and they do a seance in the Zoom meeting, and then all hell breaks loose. they take the ball and run with it.
Yeah, it's iconic.
It's iconic. My
Oh,
friend. No, but it's definitely worth a watch.
It pays homage to.
okay. Well, like I said, I'll definitely have to check that out, especially this weekend. I need to watch the newer stuff that everybody else is watching and not just try to bulldoze through a list.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Is there anything else you guys want to cover before we get out of here shortly?
No, I'm good. I just appreciate you having us on your show, and it's been fun. And I thank you for taking the time out on your crazy schedule, I'm sure, in life, and talking to us and promoting us. I like I said, to all the fans that are out there listening, and watching us right now. I've been on a lot of podcasts. I've done some horror acting myself. I've been in a couple movies. I've done pro wrestling. I've worked with the best company in the world right now when it comes to producing great props and replicas. But I've done a lot of podcasts and vlogs and stuff like that. But you are pretty professional. I mean, I like your setup here. I like the background. The fact that you asked for a picture to put on your flyer the day before, that speaks volumes, and people just sit in their garage and throw on a microphone and talk to people, on their Zoom and whatever, on their iPhones, that you can do that all day long. But if you want to get noticed and you have great graphics, and did you do all these graphics yourself? I mean, honestly, or did you have someone do this for you?
Yeah. No, I did it.
You said you hate editing, though. I mean, you have the coolest.
I do hate editing. I do hate editing. I hate doing this shit, but I have to do it because I can't pay somebody else to do this. So.
I mean, I think it's awesome. I think that you have a really good setup here, and I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to be on. Is there anything soon? I know you guys do Wednesday night shows. Where can they see these shows?
If you follow, it's Hops and Horror. It's underground. I'm sorry. It's @_hops_ and _horror_. So it's like Hops and Horror, but there's a couple underscores in there. If you type in Hops and Horror, you'll see us. I think we have like 1,000-something followers now. We're very small still, but like I said, we're just doing it for fun. We're just promoting, everything. Oh shit! Hold on. Are you there?
Yeah.
Are you there?
I just can't see. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
No, I got
No
a
worries.
text message. I don't know why. But yeah, so Hops and Horror on Instagram. You can follow me at Brawlinbo, BRAWLINBO. That's my personal account, but I always post stuff about Hops and Horror. You can follow Rob Novelli. I don't know if you can see him. He's in the midst there. Give him your shout out.
Robert Novelli.
Yeah. ROBERT NOVILLI.
NOVELLI.
Say that 3 times.
Yeah.
All right. Slowly, tell him.
At Rob Novelli. Robert Novelli. NOVELLI.
So yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely all 3. And then you can follow TrickOrTreatStudios. They love getting new followers and promoting our stuff. I mean, we have some of the most amazing products out there, guys. And I'm not just saying that because I work for them. I was a fan before I worked for them. So if you're into realistic looking props and you guys want some good quality stuff, follow TrickOrTreatStudios. And make sure you guys follow Any Last Words.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
This time is for you, not me.
Hey, but you're the host with the most.
I got enough.
There you go.
But thank you. I really appreciate you guys coming on. You guys,
Absolutely.
In the description above or below somewhere, there's links, especially for their to get to their Instagram, so that you guys can follow along and check out their shit. It sounds like it's a lot of fun, especially if you got craft beers going on. Because I love shows that do that. Like you kind of do something with what you're reviewing. So.
Yeah, every Wednesday we talk about a new horror film. This Wednesday, we're going to be doing Evil Dead, and we'll have a new beer to review during the review of that. So it should be fun. Evil Dead's a big one, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Hops and Horror, Any Last Words podcast, and TrickOrTreatStudios. We love you.
Thank you guys so much. Mwah. I appreciate you guys coming on.
No, you're welcome.
Well, just
be safe out there.
Thank you. You too. Hang out just a second. I'll be right with you. I'm gonna wrap it up with these guys.
Sure.
So thank you guys again for coming on. And you guys, we are at the end of this now. I appreciate you guys being on. You guys are amazing every week. And like I told you guys before, I wouldn't be here without you. So I super appreciate you guys. And thanks to our guest, Bo Cooper of Hops and Horrors. You guys make sure to check out the links below. Follow them and check it out. I'm pretty sure you guys are really gonna love it. Thank you to Ron Purtee for hooking me up with the music video from Conan, Neutron, and the Secret Friends. I really appreciate that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The link is also in the description. If you guys want to watch that video again, check it out. Follow him. Give him a like. You might like more of the music. And it's the end of the show, so it's another random ass giveaway. We've already had a couple of winners this week. Congratulations to Fabrizio and Lance for winning the past 2. And now, if you guys want to win a random ass pack, all you have to do is like this video that you're watching right now and share it. Share it as many times as you'd like. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook on Any Last Words, or Any Last Words Joe usually helps it pull up a little faster. So yeah, in this random ass movie pack, you're gonna get a random ass horror movie. You're gonna get random ass candy and goodies. A random ass autograph photo from my pile, and maybe some other random ass stuff. It's a totally random ass contest for random ass reasons because I love you guys. So again, thank you guys. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys give. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good night, guys.